All right. All right. What's going on? This is Ola coming to you live, my Empire Pro Studios. I know I probably said I wasn't going to be back until after April 20th or something like that, but I lied. No, I didn't lie, but I have a little bit of time today. I figured I should come here and hang out with Oya. Okay. Um, My name is Ola, coming to you live from my Empire Pro Studios. I have this book here. If you're brand new here, make sure you grab it at smartrealestateWholesaling.com. That's my gift to you if you are brand new here. Also, make sure you subscribe to this channel so you're notified on your phone or your devices anytime I am live. All right. Today we're talking about first wholesale deal story time. Yes, I'll be talking about that in the midst of it. But as usual, we're going to dive into some calls as well, so we can use the time wisely. We got some people to follow up with here. Maybe we can pick up one or two contracts, right? Is that fair? So let's get going. Let's see here. Today I got about, see, 6 follow up calls. Uh, there is a contract I need to send out for $600,000. Let me see here. There's another one here. All right. All right. We got some calls we can make. Let's see here. Actually, lots of calls we can make. All right. So let's start with Timothy. All right. So let's get going with that. And then I'll tell you my story, my first deal story as we talk to some people. This is a Somerset vacant property. Mm, hmm. Interesting. All right. So I don't have much information. Call his husband at any time. She didn't answer the questions. Okay. All right. So I got a phone number for husband, I guess. Let's see. Let's see. 2040116. All right. This is a property in Bernardsville, New Jersey. Hello. Please leave a message after the tone. All right. So nothing there. Gotta set up a follow-up call. To be honest with you, let me just tell you right now, follow-up is a big part of our business. We don't play with it. Sometimes just hitting the same people until you get to talk to them. On the third call, we'll leave a voicemail, and we may still come back to call them 3 months from now. Okay, so we don't throw away any of our leads unless they say no, I don't want to sell. Even at that, we don't exactly burn the leads unless they say do not call me ever again in your life. Okay, so why? Because again, you just never know. The timing is not always right for everyone. All right, so let's set up a follow-up call for this person on Monday. All right, let's go to the next. All right, so the first deal I did was closed back in December 2005. Let's see here, Freehold, New Jersey. This is a condo. Evelyn is interested to discuss offer about the property. Okay, give me the best number to call. Let's call that number. All right, so you never know. They may just be looking for if the price is equal anytime. Okay, let's see what they want. So my first deal closed in December 2005. I know you probably want me to go straight to the point. I promise I will. Okay, but let's make some money. How's that? And it was a small house in Newark, New Jersey, owned by a guy who got greedy at the closing table. Okay, it was a $10,000 profit. that was supposed to be $20,000. He got greedy at the table, and I'll tell you why in a second. All right, so that's another one. Bad number. Let me try the other numbers I have. Not bad number, voicemail, but a landline. The landlines are low quality places to call people these days, for the most part. But it's also some of the best, sometimes the best place to catch folks who may be older, need to get rid of a property. Hello. Y- Yes, hi. This is Ola. I'm looking to speak to Evelyn. My name is Ola. You spoke to my assistant, I think, yesterday. I'm looking to speak to Evelyn. It's about the property you have in Freehold, New Jersey. Okay, you can call me back at this number. I'll follow up on Monday as well, too. Okay. All right. All right. So it's okay. Sometimes people are caught up in the middle of something, especially on a Saturday. You can expect that to happen. Okay, we'll call back. All right. So the deal, honestly, it was from pre-foreclosure. This gentleman was a pre-foreclosure, but he had some equity, and I put it on the contract. What type of contract? Well, it was not a regular sales contract. It was a option to purchase contract. So I don't know if you are familiar with option to purchase contract. All right. For the most part, just think of it this way: most wholesalers, the contract they sign act as an option to purchase. Okay. So if you're familiar with the stock market, you would know a little bit about, options. Basically, you have this bottle of water, right? And instead of going into a sales contract and agreeing that, yes, we're both under contract to buy and sell this contract and we're obligated, option is more of a unilateral contract, meaning only one person is obligated to do something. The other party is not obligated to sell you, no, to buy the property. So as a buyer, I'm not obligated to buy the property, but they're obligated to sell it to me within the term of the option. So option is still a contract. It's just a unilateral contract. So if you've never heard of that before, you can Google it. It's, you can find that in different places. So that was basically the contract that I put in, and it was a property that I put under contract for, I think it was 192. I found a buyer at 215 or so, yeah, something like that. And of course, I think I promised to pay the closing cost or something like that. When I got to the closing, so I was supposed to make what, $23,000, something like that. But with some other fees, some taxes and stuff like that, it came down to $20,000. And the problem with that was not exactly something I could foresee, but it happened nonetheless. Okay, let's see here. Let's call the next person. How's that? All right. So this is the property in front of me right now is a property in Berkeley Heights, and it's not yet under contract. I went there to inspect today. Older folks, they were more comfortable seeing me. It's about 35 minutes away. Shola and I, my brother, partner, we took a ride down there. It needs some work, and it's a property that's worth between 625 and $900,000. Why? Why such a big range? Well, based on square footage, average square footage per price per square footage in the area is worth $900,000. Based on average sold houses, it's 625. So conservatively, 625, but it can sell it to appraise for as much as $900,000. The area is high end. We're putting it under contract for 375. They're good with the price. They just want to, they're older folks. They're a little bit more comfortable taking the contract on. We had a good time talking with them. They told their stories. They have some health challenges here and there. The property needs a little bit of work, maybe somewhere around $35,000. We're putting it under contract for 37, I think 375, something like that. Beautiful home. Once it's under contract, we'll let you guys know more about that. But yeah, we just came back from there. We set up a physical appointment and we did that. And so right now, I'm going to say great meeting. Let's see here. Great meeting. Right. So we document everything, just so you know. And then we set up a follow-up call for Monday. Uh, on follow-up on contract. We just need the contract. We can get started working on it. All right, and that's a high priority. All right, so let's move on to the next one here. We have another one here. The name to reach is Panko. Okay. All right, let's see here. They have a different number to call, so we're gonna call that number 732 7818. So just wait a minute. I'm gonna tell you what went wrong and why I ended up with $10,000 instead of $20,000 on that first deal. Again, this is as far back as December 2005. Let's see here. All right, so with the option to purchase, what we ended up doing was all the fees I was going to make ended up on the same hard one closing statement. Okay, so basically, if you're not familiar with that, hard one closing statement is a statement that shows where all the money is going in any particular real estate deal. All right, so this one is just ringing and ringing, right? And basically, you can see right there that we're ending up with $20,000 and change. And basically, he called me outside and said, "Listen, you're making $20,000 off of this deal? No, I'm not gonna sell that. I'm not giving you $20,000." And I'm like, remember, it was my first deal, so naturally, I was a little nervous. I was excited. All right, so that was a voicemail. Let me call that number back again. The actual number, 762 9599. So I was a little bit nervous, and who knows? Maybe I could have made 15, maybe 17. Who knows, right? Bottom line is that I made $10,000 because I decided to split my profit with him. I said, "Listen, I'll give you half of my profit if that allows you to close." And he said, "You have a deal," and then we closed. Hello.
Yeah, who's this?
Yes, hi. I'm looking to speak to. I think it's Rob.
Speak to Robert?
Yeah, I think it's Robert. But regarding the property at Independence Drive, Hillsboro.
Yeah, this is Robert. You need to speak to Rich Panko.
You did leave a phone number for Rich Panko, 732-541-7818.
Yes.
That's it. Is Rich Panko, was that the owner?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Your name is showing at the owner. Is there any reason why?
My name is just on the deed. We went half on the house
Gotcha.
30 years ago, and I never took my name off the deed.
Gotcha.
But,
Okay.
but Rich paid all the payments.
Gotcha. All right, that makes sense. I'll try to call him again. He didn't pick up. It doesn't seem like it's
He never picks up. You can have a hard time. If you want to, his address, you want to try to talk to him,
Mm-hmm.
he's in Carteret, New Jersey.
Okay. In Colorado, New
27
Jersey.
Clifford Street.
Okay.
It's around it's a 3 or 4 blocks from the high school.
Oh, okay. You haven't spoken to him in a long time or something?
What was that?
I said you haven't spoken to him in a long time or something?
I haven't spoken with him for over 5, 6, 7 years.
Oh, wow. That's a long time. Okay.
Yeah, last time he told me the house was fine, and then I find it's going into foreclosure. It's like, oh, great.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's not somebody I want to
Oh, what if you have to do this deal? I mean, if we decide to buy the property, we will need you to come to closing. You don't mind coming to sign, would you?
What?
If we ended up buying the property, you will still need to show up to a closing. Is that something you're willing to do?
I'm in Florida. I'm not going. I'm not going to Jersey.
I mean, all of that can be done with using a power of attorney. I'm just your consent obviously would be needed. That's something you're open to, right? If it comes to that.
If it doesn't cost me any money.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I'll note that. I'm gonna try to contact him again and see if I can find him. Thank you so much.
Well, good luck. I hope you. It's a beautiful house. Somebody should be living in it already. I'm sick to hear that it's just abandoned.
Yeah, it's showing up as vacant. Yeah, it's showing up as vacant and foreclosure back in 2014. We don't know if they redeemed that, but still showing up on his name anyway, on your name anyway. I don't see his name on the deed, but it is possible that
Oh,
this.
you don't see his name on the deed. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
on the deed. Well, he made most of the payments.
Mm-hmm. Let me check one more place. Let me just see, because if his name is not on the deed, he would not necessarily be the person we need to be talking to. Maybe he could be making the payment. That's true. But the person that matters for the most part is the person that the name is on the deed.
Oh,
And
he's on there. I'm sure. His name's on there. His name's on there, and my name's on there both.
let's see here. Hillsborough, that's Somerset, I think. Yeah. Did you used to live in New Jersey?
Oh yeah.
Oh, you did. Okay. All right. You like it better in Florida, I guess.
Yeah, man. Get out of Jersey. Florida's much better.
Well, I can't hate on you, man. But we're still trying to. I'm sure you paid your dues. I'm trying to pay my dues right now, so I can.
Yeah, I worked on a subway line for 30 years.
Oh wow.
So time to take it easy. Welding and breathing smoke is too much.
Yeah, I do see his name, Richard Panko. His name is on there. Yeah. Yep, it's on there. It's both of you. So I'll keep your contact. You will see. I'll see if he's open to. I'm gonna try to find him basically. Then I'll.
Yeah, you probably better off going directly to 27 Clifford Street.
Tw- 27 Clifford.
Yes.
27 CLIFFORD. Okay, and that's Carteret, New Jersey. Okay. Yeah.
If you find it on Google Maps, it's down the street from Lincoln School.
Mhm.
I'm not even sure if I still call it Lincoln School. And it's behind Carteret High School.
Right, right. His wife's name is Audrey.
If you find the end of Oak Street, you follow Oak Street all the way down. It'll take you to Clifford.
Yeah, I'm familiar with Carteret. I know Carteret well. Hmm. Yeah, I'll do some work. I'm gonna try to call that number again. That number is ringing. It's just it was ringing forever. And yeah.
I know that house was supposed to be sold 20 something years ago. The guy's a liar. He's just instead of telling me he's going to abandon the house, he just says everything's fine with the house, and he just abandoned it.
Oh wow.
So, yeah, he's great.
Well, I want the house, so I'm gonna go after it. I'll keep you posted. Thank you so much for your time.
All right, goodbye.
All right, bye. All right, so in this game, you hear a lot of weird stories. Somebody owns a property. Who knows? Let me try that number again. Because abandoned properties like this are gold mined sometimes. If you can find the powers that be, clearly he doesn't care. He pays for the property. He just. So I'm just trying to line the game. That's all. Sometimes this is the reality of this business. And of course, the gurus are trying to paint a different picture for you. All right, see. That line is just ringing and ringing. Well, that line looks like a landline, actually. Let me try this other line. All right, so I'm actually going to also hide his name. So it's just ringing and ringing. There's another line I'm gonna try. Uh, Rich and Rod don't talk any longer. Rob, I have to put some notes in. Sorry, Rob. Communicates. Haven't talked for 5 years. 7 years, he said. Haven't talked for 5 years. Oh, come on. 5 years. Let me try the other line I have here. I'm digging deeper because sometimes you find a gold mine. You never know. A little extra few minutes may be worth it. I do. We do obviously cold calling at mass. All right, so that's a bad number. But when you find something, you find it. Give it a shot. Okay. Let's see. Let's try the other line. Another line here. So quite a few numbers I were pulled. Let me make sure I specify Rob's number. Another bad number. These are all landlines that no one uses any longer. Let me try this another one here. All right. By the way, we offer skip tracing at 7 cents. It's a secret, but you have to be a member of our mastermind. Yeah, hello. Hello? Yes, may I speak to Rich, please? Richard Panko?
You have the wrong number.
Wrong number? Okay, thank you. All right, so wrong number. I'm not sure if this person knows anything about this person. All right, so the last thing I'm going to try right now, I probably should spend my own personal time later on looking for this guy. Okay, it's probably better off to do it that way. Um, and check one more thing. Okay, see if we can find it easily. Let's see here. Some white pages. If not, we're gonna have to do a proper skip tracing on it. So I'm actually gonna add on my notes right now. See, skip Richard Panko. And then he gave me his address. He thinks we should knock on the door. That's not my style. I don't like visiting people that don't know who I am. Carteret. All right. So let me see. I took a look at some of the numbers here. Okay, I see 57-year-old guy. Looks like it's 57. Let's see if there's any phone numbers here. I just see a phone number here. Okay, there's a phone number here. Let's see. Okay, I see a phone number. Let me try it. Uh, let's try that. There is a cell phone number that popped up.
We're sorry, you have reached a number that's been disconnected or
Okay.
no longer in service.
Number disconnected.
Reporting an error. Please check.
We will find it. We'll find it. I know we will find it. You know, I just gotta look a little closer. We'll find it. We'll find it. I want to find it. I need to find this guy. Anyway, so we spent quite a bit of time on that. Let me see here. Yeah, same number. So we'll spend kind of a bit of time on that. But you never know. Because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna find him. Okay. So whatever I'm not gonna share here right now in this moment in time. If it becomes a success story, I'll come back and find him. So I'm gonna create a task that says find. All right, I'm gonna put that on Monday. This is high priority, and let's move on to the next thing. All right, so let's try to call Joseph here. Call him at 9 a.m. Need painting interior. Okay, so whenever somebody is acknowledging that they don't mind 225 on this house, acknowledging that a house needs work, that's that's always a good day for me. Okay, let's see here. They want 225. Properties for 226. Blah blah blah. But the property in 1981 at $60,000. Okay, let me just call him. Let's see what he wants before I dig in too deeper. 908. All right, we're trying it again. Oh, so the first deal closing, I was talking about I think I was talking about options and when's the right time to use option contract as opposed to a regular sales contract. I still use options.
Kim Valentini, I'm sorry I missed your call. Please leave a message.
All right. I said leave a message. I'm gonna try the other lines. Again, options. I only pull out options when people are reluctant to sign my contract. Bad number. When people are reluctant to sign my contract, I say, hey, you might give me an option. I did that today for a $600,000 home that can sell up to 1.2 by the shores. I did that today. My number based on the other comparables in the area, potential the comps is coming out about 771 ARV as is. Maybe not as is with a little bit of work. But anyway, he said it can't do below 600. But the truth is that the property is on the riverfront and it can sell for as much as 1.2. So instead of me going into full blown contracts, being obligated to becoming obligated to perform, I asked him for an option. Would you give me an option to purchase for 30 days and I'll see what I can do? And that was basically what that scenario was. But again, I had to, with the way the contract was set up, my number showed on the HUDs. So if you ever need to not show how much you're making on the HUD, then you have to do double closing, which will cost you the cost of another transaction. And these days, sometimes you'll be required, for the most part, you'll be required to have cash to close the first deal, which that's easy with transactional funding. You can Google transactional funding. They will come to the table with the money. You use it for one day, and you give it back to them with 2 points. I mean, 2% of whatever they lend you to do the deal. That's solution right there. So you just have to make sure there's enough room in the numbers, in the money, in the deal to pay and still make money. Okay. So that's what I went through on my first deal. My first deal I made $10,000. It's $10,000. I had never seen $10,000 in my life at that point. So it was it was a no-brainer. But today, what I would have done, the real question is what I would have done is instead of offering him $10,000, I would have started. Listen, I'll give you extra $1,000, extra 1,000. Okay, is that fair? Is that ethical? Of course it is, because again, what's not ethical is you not maximizing profit. You just never know what can take you out of business. I mean, think about 2008. My old business got wiped out in 2008. Maybe it wouldn't have gotten wiped out if I had been busy maximizing all of the deals I closed before then. You should always maximize profit because you never know, because you have a lot more risk than the person you're buying a home from because you're running a whole business. Okay. And you have a moral obligation to uphold that business. That's why when people come holier than thou to the table and say, hey, just a little bit is enough, you should look at them sideways and say they don't know what they're talking about. You have liabilities, you have a business to uphold. Most other people, and usually the person that's talking that way, does not have liability, or they do, they're just naive, they're too new in the business to know what that means. Okay, so that's the story right there. If there's anything else, I think there are many other things I want to share, but let's continue this call right now. Let's call this. All right, disconnected line. So again, couldn't get this person on the phone. No answer. We set up a second follow-up call. So it's the same. It's the same reason that we set up follow-up, multiple follow-ups, that you have to maximize profit. We're maximizing all of the resources. It's not just about. It's not about money. Okay. It's about maximizing all the resources, maximizing your resourcefulness. Okay. Because if you don't do that, then you don't. You're very naive about what it means to run a business. I was just having a conversation with my brother about a company that was doing turnkey investments. I'm not going to mention their name. They're going through some lawsuits, you know, and some people had opinions, holier than thou opinions about the lawsuit. They shouldn't have done this. They shouldn't have done that. And basically, I was talking to my brother that it's not about right and wrong. You know, business is not about right and wrong. It's more, for the most part, about people the person that can float the most in the business. It's about the people that can go the farthest without failing. It's about survival of the fittest. Okay, because there are going to be forces against you, starting from your mindset to the business itself, that has nothing to do with how holy or how right you can be. Right? Sometimes it's frankly the grace of God. Okay, let me just tell you straight up like that. Sometimes it's frankly the grace of God. But beyond that, if you have a business that you're running that has multiple moving parts, okay? Yes, we buy and we sell properties. We buy contracts on properties that are discounted. We sell the contract. Yes, it's truly that simple. But there's a lot of moving parts in between it that you will discover as you dive in a little deeper and deeper into the business. And it's not because there's so many moving parts, it's not about right and wrong. You could get sued for a septic tank that you had no idea was an issue with the property that you simply flipped. You flipped the property, and now you got a lawsuit. That can happen if you have a property with a rental property with 200 units in it. You better have a solid legal team in place that will be ready to fight for you if there's any need for that in the future, because it's a liability. You're exposed to liabilities. Things can happen. People can fall in front of your property, and now you're responsible to pay somebody some kind of stupid damages that you were not personally responsible. When you come into this business, understand that it's a business like any other business. Understand that it's like the business, like the one that you probably already work for. And it's not about right and wrong. Okay. It's about, yes, as an individual, do what you're comfortable with, that's ethical, based on your own personal values. Okay. If you do anything crazy that the society doesn't feel is valuable or feel is criminal, you will go to jail. If not, this is your personal problem. Okay. But there's a system that you're operating a business out of, and you have to be respectful of that and understand that other people have other values, and don't impose your own values on them. Okay. So when I see people comment on bigger pockets, other forums, and they want to talk right and wrong, what's right, what's illegal, I just look at them and say, you don't know anything, you know? All right. So let's see here. Let's see. I think we may have, let's see what else we can call here. Okay. We have to follow up with, We have to follow up with Dorilla here on Monday. Let me just mark that. Missed appointment, but called to apologize, which she did. And then we'll follow up again. She was supposed to let us know that she didn't have access. So we'll follow up again on Monday on if keys selected. Right? We need access to the property. Sometimes we'll follow up until it fails, until something completely fails. All right, so this is Christopher. Let's call Christopher. Call him tomorrow around 9 a.m. That's all he wants. Okay, maybe he's not motivated. Let's find out. We're not going to prejudge. We're just going to find out if it's motivated or not. Because he didn't give any kind of answers.
Hello?
Yes, hi. May I speak to Christopher, please?
This is Chris.
Hi, Chris. I'm calling about the property, your property in Basking Ridge. You spoke to my assistant yesterday?
Yes, yeah, I called him back this morning. How's it going?
Very good. I'm the guy. This is Ola. You were just trying to see if you are open to an offer on the property.
Definitely am, yep.
Okay, what's the condition of the property?
Basically, the property's all approved for a 5-lot subdivision. The town's waiting for either myself or whoever buys it to go sign a developer's agreement.
So is it just a land?
Is it what?
Is it a land?
It's 2 properties that I subdivided into 5 lots.
Into 5 lots. Oh, got you.
So I can send you, if you shoot me your email, I can send you the plans.
Okay, give me your email address.
My email address is the letter C as in Charlie,
Mm-hmm.
N as in Nancy, C as in Charlie,
Mm-hmm.
the word construction
Okay.
at opt.online.net.
Okay. So what was the story? You wanted to do it, but you're not gonna do it anymore?
Yeah, I was planning on doing it myself. One took too long to get through town,
Mm-hmm.
and sort of the money that I had to get the road up and everything dissipated just trying to get the approval.
Gotcha. What do you want for it? Do you know?
I'm looking for $1.5 million, but you make me an offer. If it's a good offer, I'll definitely take a look at it.
You're looking for $1.5 million. The work you were. What do you think everything you were gonna do was gonna be worth after that?
I think you'll be able to sell every home for at least $1.2 million.
Every home on 5 different lots.
On 5 different lots. But the 2 in the back, you
Mm-hmm.
could probably get $1.4 million for. I sort of, if you know the area at all, Essex Place is 2 cul-de-sacs down.
Mm-hmm.
Homes there, 2 years ago were going for $1.7 million. Now, I don't know if you get $1.7 million for them, but they're still in the $1.5 million.
Right. Okay. Was there a property on that land at some point?
Was there property what?
Was there an actual improvement on the land at some point?
There has been there's just 2 homes on the property, right? 2 properties right now.
Okay, it's still there. And the plan is to pull that down.
The plan is to take them down, put the road up, detention basin, and then start building.
Okay. And you said all of that is approved right now.
Everything's approved, yes. I can send you the resolution. I can send you whatever you want.
Okay.
Basically, what the town is waiting for is somebody to sign a developer's agreement.
Mm-hmm.
I also had a buyer.
Okay.
Who walked out. So there is a name.
Mm-hmm.
It has been named Fenwick Estates. There is a homeowners association agreement all worked up. Whoever buys it wants to keep that, it'll just save some money there, or we just switch it over to whatever you want to name it.
Gotcha.
Or whoever buys it wants to name it.
As a development, complete development, basically.
Yes.
All right. Yeah. For the average sold in that area is 524, about 524. Maybe at some point they were extremely good, right?
What's that?
I said the average home sold in that area right now in the last 6 months,
Uh-huh.
the highest is 524 based on
Is it
square
really?
footage. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Like I said, I don't think you'll have a problem getting $1.2 million for each one, but I could be wrong. I don't know.
Let me look at this. I'm gonna look at. It's subdivided into 5 lots. What's the size of the lots right now? Each one.
Every lot is over an acre. There's some wetlands, so one lot has almost 3 acres,
Mhm.
but everyone has an acre.
How much is the total number of acres?
Of the whole 2 properties
Yeah,
is 10.49 or something like that.
the total property 10.49.
Yes.
10.49 acres. Okay. All right. All right. Let me do some math. Okay. I'm gonna stay in touch with you, and then I'll give you an offer, and then we'll work together to get you the most we can get you on it. Okay.
Okay, great. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Chris. Bye.
Appreciate it. Bye.
All right. So when you cold call, well, which I am not, I'm following up, right? You will stumble into $1 million situations, 10.49 acres. I am going to be taking my time to do some work on this, okay? Subdivided into 5 different lots, total 10.49. It's not really a business that I completely understand, but I don't have to. All I know is that there's a big property here that's worth something, and somebody is motivated. They've run into some trouble. Real life shit happens to people, and they just want us to bring some kind of solution to the table. It's not really about money. It's about being able to help this person get the most they can get, make a little bit of something in between to take care of your family and keep it moving. All right. So you best believe that I'm going to be doing my work on this, right? And I'm looking at the land right now. It's I'm looking at it right now, but I can't show you unfortunately because there's an opportunity. But at least you can hear the conversation, right? And let's see. You'll be shocked how many construction people don't know how this business works. Okay, you will be shocked. All right, so I'm gonna put a note here. Say um, to make 10 acres offer. In order for me to make proper offer on this, I need to do my math. He thinks each property will go for 1.25 different one, and he just wants 1.2. That's a deal that you just gotta, have enough paperwork to do to shop around and see if somebody is willing to take on. He has plans and everything. He's gonna email me some plans and then we'll take it from there. Everything approved already. I don't know what that means. It could mean something. It may be meaningless. Bottom line is there's a property worth 10 acres. Okay. So let's see here. So I'm gonna create an offer for 10 acres. And this is high. All right, we'll come back to that. Let's see. I think that was it on this page. Let me see. Let's go on to the next page. All right, I think that we have 2 more new appointments to. Robert is very interested to sell property. Gave his personal number. Thank you, Robert, for the personal number. He will be available to call to talk. He said it's in good condition. Who knows? It may be retail. If it's retail or not, doesn't matter. Okay. We just want to help them, and then we take it from there. All right. Let's see, 793. So I will be making an offer on those 10 acres. FYI. Okay. This is in Gillette, New Jersey.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. Bob Schmidt is not available. At the tone, please record your...
All right, Bob is not available. I'm gonna try the other line real quick and see what happens. This one is offer stage. Let's try this line, this other line. Let's try that. This property is worth $500,000 in 1984. They paid $150 for it. It's probably owned free and clear right now. There's nothing in the history.
Hello. We are not...
And it's vacant at the moment.
Please call again. Thank you for your call.
I want the house. Yep, I want this house. But no pickups. So let me try the other landline. Let's see. It says it's in good condition. Bad number. All right. Another reason why I like trying all the lines is, and I want to delete all the numbers that are not good off of our records. Okay.
This is Marianne. I can't take your call right now. Leave a message and I'll call you.
That's definitely a wrong number. But you never know. Let me try this last one here. I think I may have called this one already. Okay, it's another number. It looks like it's a landline. Maybe it's a fax number. 4138. Yes, hi. May I speak to Bob Smith, please? Bob Smith.
No, I'm sorry. I think you have the wrong number.
Thank you. So that's the wrong number. That's why I try. I try all the lines to get rid of any lines. And there's a young lady that picked up another line. Doesn't seem like it's the right person. Let me try his actual number one more time today since I'm already here. It just feels right. I just feel like I want the house. Don't forget, we have a good 10-acre situation today. So I'm going to be making an offer. All right, so nothing yet. It's only the first time I'm calling. So I'm going to say no answer. And we're going to set up a follow-up for Monday. A second follow-up. All right, so one more person, brand new number to call. The rest of them are follow-ups. Let's see here. Wants me to call back. Okay. Interested to sell the property. Best number to call back. Okay, let's try that. That's all I want to hear. Interested in selling? I want to hear it. And this is in Maurice County. I still had somebody ask me for Maurice County property yesterday. Beautiful condition. No one is living in property. Discuss the offer first. Okay.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message.
Come on, no answer. It's Saturday anyway. People are probably out and about living their life, right? This property is worth $311. Let's see. So I like looking at street views. Homes are some of the most beautiful things to look at. This house is bushed up, right? Well, it has a vacant lot on it. And oh my God, this is the dream deal. Let's see. We'll call back again. There is a line I can try. There are two more lines I can try. Let's at least clean up the phone numbers. If the price is fair right away, no one is leaving the property. Okay, so they want the fair price. Sometimes fair price to people is exactly the right price for you. So remember, we've had a 10-acre situation. We also have a guy that we need to find because the property is clearly abandoned. There's somebody else on the deed that doesn't mind getting rid of the property. Sometimes you can send a postcard to one property that you really feel right about, you know. All right, so no one is picking up that line. That doesn't say it's a bad line. So I'm going to try another line that's on there. So unless data, like these phone numbers are, as far as I'm non-working number, like that data right now, I'm going to discard it unless the data has proven to be a non-working data, like this phone number. I don't discard it. Okay, so I just got rid of a phone number right there. But if it's just ringing and ringing, I still keep it on. You never know, someone, the right person may pick up one day and you end up with a $50,000 deal. All right, this business is about people. Sorry, I almost fell off my seat. This business is about people. Okay, secondly, it's about data. Okay, and that was me being nice. Basically, it's about reaching people. Any data that allows you to reach people, don't discard it. Have a real good system that helps you maintain data, keep records. So that's a good line, but I'm not going to leave a voicemail. All right, so bottom line is that this person no answer today. We'll call back again on Monday. All right, because we'll keep calling. All right, let's see here. Let's set up a follow-up call for Monday. All right, let's go on to the next person here. Let's see here. Okay, we have a third follow-up to make here. Mr. Patel is very interested to sell the property, but as of the moment, he's in a meeting, blah, blah, blah. Let's try to call Mr. Patel again. So I'm going to leave a voicemail this time around. It's the third follow-up. Hello, Mr. or Mrs. Vidit Patel. I'm calling about your property. Let's see here. I think this is Ola.
Hi, how are you? I think I missed your call.
You probably did. I was calling. You have a few minutes. I think I called about a property that you own. Yeah, you spoke to my assistant maybe yesterday.
Okay.
Okay, you recall that conversation?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Let me pull up your name here. It's in Gillette, New Jersey.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. You said this property is in a beautiful condition.
No,
What?
the house is shot. The house is in the 1930s. I never said it was beautiful condition.
Okay, okay. It needs some work.
It's a bungalow.
Okay.
You online. You probably seen the satellite picture of it or whatever.
Yes, I have, and it definitely looks like something I'm interested in. What do you want for it?
Much as you'll pay.
As much as I'll pay.
That's correct.
Um, if you find out how much I want to pay, you may not want to sell it to me. What's fair to you?
As high as you'll pay. So
As
how's that
high.
sound?
Okay, all right. Okay. Because the idea is for me to pay as low as possible. I'm a private investor, just so you know. So I'm looking for a house that can be a good deal, but simultaneously be something that will make you happy. So that's what I'm looking for. You have any idea of what it's worth right now in the market?
Well, now they're buying up the properties here. If you looked at, I'm sure you looked at the area 50 Gates. They just sold that for 1.03.
Mm-hmm.
And on Doherty Avenue, my block at the end, nothing
Mm-hmm.
sells in this neighborhood. Actually, usually they end up, dying and they sell. I lived here almost 30 years. I own two houses on the block actually.
Okay.
One behind me and mine, and it could be worth over $1 million if you put the right house on it.
Absolutely, I agree with you. I agree with you. I'm gonna be very, very honest and frank with you here. Okay. Let me just first of all give you an offer and I explain how I came up with it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Very good.
All right. So the your property is showing up because it's a small house, 648 square footage. It is showing up to me as 179, but the area is definitely a lot better than that. Uh, is it vacant right now?
Yeah, I had I bought it about 2 years ago, and the gentleman I bought it from, he lived there. It's been in his family since 1938. They bought the house. He's lived. His father and mother had it, and they gave it to him when he got married,
Mm-hmm.
and then he got divorced. He ended up living in there forever. And then
Right.
he goes, "Hey, would you mind buying the house from me?" He goes, "We'll make a side deal, and then whatever on paper I sell, buy the thing for."
Gotcha.
And he goes, "The thing is, I need the money now up front. I
Mm-hmm.
need some money up front so I can put a deposit on the house." I know the guy forever. I really trusted him, and I did a note with him, whatever. And so I gave him some money, helped him out. He was able to use his down payment when he sold the house.
Oh,
With
okay.
the rest. So what you're looking at, what it was paid for, is not what on paper. It's actually a lot more. So.
Oh, than you paid? It's a lot more than you
What
paid?
it says there is 230. That's what you're looking at. It's
Mm-hmm.
a lot more than that. But go ahead.
I mean, that number is irrelevant to me. People. I'm an investor. People attack me with, "Hey, you paid $5 for it yesterday, so I should sell it for five." I'm like, no, that's
Yeah.
irrelevant information.
Right.
I could pay whatever I want for a house. You're gonna pay me what I want. Period.
Right. Where do you usually build at? What area have you been building in?
Well, I work for the most part in Essex County, but I cover the majority of my marketing covers Essex, Union, Middlesex, Somerset. So it really depends. I've been in this since 2005, so I'm kind of like
So
a little bit
you
everywhere.
You were in when it was high, and then you got waffled probably in 06.
I got wiped out in 2008. Absolutely, I did.
Was the worst, and then it came down. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. About 06, 07, 08. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh, yeah, because my house, I was 900,000 in 2005. I live at 25 Darby.
Mm-hmm.
900,000 for it. I'd be lucky to get, because now too. So dated my own house.
Yeah.
But I'm like, man, I should have took that. Man, you'll never see that again.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Yeah. So your property is coming up with as $200,000. That's the max I can pay for it. Okay.
You're out of luck then, pal.
All right. So let me, and that's fine with me. But at least I can share some information with you, right? The average sold in that area is strictly what I went by. I went by 668, which is the average that sold in the last 6 months. And if I put a brand new property on that place, what I would want to put will cost me anywhere from 200 to 250. Okay, so in order to be able to command that kind of value, okay. Also, when I did my math based on all my numbers, everything else, that's what my maximum is coming back at, because I want to make money too.
Of course.
Mhm.
But well, quick.
Are you on a
So
Bluetooth?
now,
Uh,
you
you was Yeah, you're skipping out a little bit.
Can you hear me now?
It's going in and out. Keep talking.
Going in and out.
Yeah, in and out. Yeah.
If it gets real bad, then just
Yeah, let me ring you back. It's getting real bad. All right. All right. So you guys are hearing that. Tell people as it is. We'll do a deal.
your call has been forwarded to an automatic.
All right. I'm gonna try him again one more time. He paid 230. Is claiming that he paid way more than that. I doubt it. I doubt it. But either way, it doesn't matter to me. It's irrelevant number. What I can pay for is what I can pay for it. Right. Just even though I flipped that on him, we're using reverse psychology earlier. All right, so he's not picking up. That's okay. I was leaving a voicemail for somebody. This property is worth 668, and if you put the right property on top of it, okay, I can't afford to pay more than 200. Because that area I would need to have room to spend at least 250. I may spend no more than 150. Who knows? But it doesn't matter. That's the offer. Maybe he's calling back right now. Let's see. Is that better? Sorry. Uh-oh. What's going on?
Well, pick up. I had my ringer off. You hear me better or no?
No, it's still going in and out.
That's strange. Go ahead.
Yeah.
So
Okay. What's the lowest you would accept? You know my offer now.
It's not even close. Look, I'm gonna give you a quick education. In this area, okay. And you real quick and show you how to make more quicker. In front of the computer?
It's completely going in and out. Like I can't even make up the words.
Okay, hold on. Let me go. I'll call you.
Yeah, call me back. So he said, let me give you a real quick education, which is fine. I'm always up for education. It is what it is. There's always somebody looking to educate. Sometimes I'm in educational mode. I want to educate people. As you can tell, I have a whole channel over here, right? So, but my numbers are my numbers. The fact that somebody's trying to buy, you're trying to educate your buyer, that's already off by default. But it is what it is. You never know. Let's see here. So if I look closer at his comparables here, it's a guy who paid 230, or as he claims, more. Property is worth 179 as is right now. The area has property sold at 668. Okay, there are comparables up to the highest on this comparable here. There is comparable 1.465 here, right? So if you put the right amount of property on it, there's actually a 1.9 here as well too, right? So maybe that's what he's going to share with me. That's why I want to find out what it's worth. That's why I want to find out. So if you tell me it's education and he's still going to talk about 1.9, that's a $2 million home, literally, less than a mile away from there. There's a lot you can do with these types of properties. Okay, that's why I need to find out what is lowest is. Whatever is lowest is, I'm going to say, hey, listen, there's a potential here. Let me put it under contract. Let me see how I can help you get this done, basically. And then we can do a deal. But we'll be on the same page, okay? But my job is to throw that offer at him first, okay? And then see what happens. Hello, Solar?
Mr. Ola, are you there?
Oh, that's way better, yeah.
Okay, I guess it was my phone. I'm sorry about that. Anyhow, real quick.
Yeah.
You have a computer in front of you?
Yes, I do.
Put in 50 Gates.
50 Gates?
Gates Avenue, Gillette, New Jersey. I'll give you a quick education in the area so you know if you can find something.
Yeah, let me
You're
see.
probably gonna pay anywhere from 350 to 600 for a lot now.
Mm-hmm.
But
How much for a lot? How much for a lot?
roughly anywhere from 380. That guy got the cheapest one. He paid 380.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll give you the cheapest one I could find.
Okay, 50 Gates.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Is that street in Gillette?
Yes. Gates Avenue, I believe.
Okay, it should correct me in a second here. Street, Avenue, yeah, Avenue. I see it.
Let me know when you get the information.
I have it.
You see it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Look at what it sold for.
Yeah.
380, and then it sold for over $1 million, correct?
Yeah, it sold for over $1 million.
All right. Yeah. So that's about the cheapest you'll get. And that lot is half the size of mine
Mm-hmm.
that I own. Okay.
Gotcha.
That lot is half the size of mine.
Mm-hmm.
I know the guy who built it. The guy bought it. The Portuguese guy. He bought it, knocked it down. He paid 380. He
Mm-hmm.
knocked it down. He put that house up. He said he got almost a little over 3 into that house.
Right.
And he got over $1 million for it.
Mm-hmm.
The lady at the end of my block,
Mm-hmm.
Authority Ave,
Mm-hmm.
she bought that. She made a cash deal with the guy and then put a little bit on paper. I think she paid $4 something for that lot. It's on a cliff.
Mm-hmm.
And she's asking 1.2. She was just offered $1 million and didn't take it.
Mm-hmm.
So
let me ask you a question. What's stopping you? What's stopping you from putting a house on this and doing the deal?
I just bought it because I don't want to put a big house behind my house.
Gotcha. All right. So I'm on the same page with you so far. Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
If you're gonna put a house up for 2 or 3,
Mm-hmm.
if you gave me 600,000 for my house and you put, I'm sorry, if you gave me 600 for my lot, you put a house up for 2,
Mm-hmm.
you'd still make probably 2 or 300,000.
Okay. What do you again, my last question for you is that what's the lowest you're willing to take on this property? Listen, I'm a all around. I'm not one size fits all kind of guy. I'll work with you wherever you are, and I will make money, I guarantee you, if I do a deal with you. But I want to make sure you're happy, and I mean that.
I'm looking at it like this.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's for sale. Even the house I'm in is for sale. Don't want to pay it. But
Mm-hmm.
it's going to be a crazy number. For
Mm-hmm.
that house, 550 is the least I would take for the back. That's on a dead end street.
Mm-hmm.
It's a flat lot.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty much cleared. For 550, if I put that up right now, a builder will take it because they'll put a house on it. They'll put a mansion on it. Look at the houses on each side.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at the guy in 06.
Mm-hmm.
He paid 450 and gave the guy 50,000 cash.
Right.
Going back 10 years ago, the one next to the property on Milton.
Mm-hmm.
And then his sister, like the area, she gave the guy, I think she gave him almost 150,000 cash, and then gave the guy 300 on paper.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of things people don't see. You know what I mean? Just like I did with this guy, I gave him a shitload of cash,
Mm-hmm.
and then I bought the lot on paper because this way, when you go to fight your taxes, it's a lot easier too.
Mm-hmm.
You tell hey, I only paid this much for the lot.
Right.
So anyhow, but what I'm trying to tell you is Barnardville,
Mm-hmm.
Chatham, the guy that bought the house on Gates 50 Gates Avenue, I actually spoke to the guy who bought it, and he said, yeah, I'm looking at Chatham. This house in Chatham is $3 million.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, I grabbed this in a heartbeat for $1 million.
Mm-hmm.
So this guy bought a house on Preston. The same guy bought this house. He goes, geez, I found a house on Preston for 330.
Mm-hmm.
He just bought it. He's ripping it apart.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, yeah. So he's going to be asking over $1 million for that. Well, anyhow, I'm just telling you, it's a hot area, and I'm giving you a price 550, which is
550. All right. So let me. We're gonna do business, but let me share a few things with you so you can see where I'm coming from. Okay. I do. As a matter of fact, just to even better, to be fair to you, and to better the number you gave me, right? I'm looking at a property here sold for a little bit above 2 million. Okay, but it was. Let me tell you exactly when it sold. Okay, I see 43 Almond Road sold for 1.4. Okay, I see 103 Longview Terrace sold for 2.162. But it sold in August though. Okay, so which is over 6 months ago. Okay,
Right.
my comparables by just as a rule, because again I told you earlier my story, I got wiped out completely in 2008.
Right.
So I don't play the speculation game at all. I try to not play it. We're humans. I play it too, but I try not to. Okay. So based on 6 months comps, the highest I've seen in 6 months is on 99 Jody Lane, 1.125. That's the highest potential I can do. Okay. So even at that, if I put it under contract for 550, there's a chance I will get you what you want. I'll make my little bit of whatever I want to make. I'll keep it moving, either as a wholesaler or I may decide to do the deal. Okay. So based on that, but again, the higher you ask for, it may become the more difficult it gets for me. Maybe not. Okay. But there's room here for me to do business with you. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay. But the fact that I can't find a 2 million or 1.465 in the last 6 months, that may mean there's a little bit of a declining trend there. Maybe not. Maybe it's just that type of area where you get $2 million or something like that in once every year. Never know. We never know who's going to get that next 2 million on their house, right? So, but that's the reality of what I can see. All the numbers everywhere. Okay, there is room to
That's the
do
reality
something.
of real estate. Real estate, you can buy it today, make $1 million in 2 months, or you can buy it today and not see your money for 30 years. That's real estate.
Exactly. So we're on the same page with that. All right. Now let me ask you a question. Would you sign my contract at $500,000?
550.
550? No more.
I already offered 550.
550.
I was
Okay.
already offered 550.
All right. That's fine with me. If I find something in the situation that we need to adjust or anything like that, I will always be on the communication front with you, and we can both readjust. But right now, I'll send you a contract. Okay, for 550, and I'll go to work. Okay, to get you that 550. Is that fair?
As long as my lawyer, deals with it,
Mm-hmm.
I'll have him look at the contract, and you go to your lawyer. You come up with a check
You
for 550.
you know
You got it.
you know too. Listen, your lawyer will be closing this deal, not me. You know too much about real estate to be talking lawyer to me. I'm just gonna find you your money, and then when it's time for closing, your lawyer will do all the stuff. How's that? Is that fair?
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, of course they're gonna have to do it. Yeah.
All right. It's a 3 pages contract you can read yourself. But if you want to pass it through your lawyer, I have no problems. I'm just letting you know. Let's keep it straightforward as much as possible so I can get to work. If your lawyer look at it and is asking me why is I there and not a J, I'm gonna be like, okay, I'll change it to I. Is that good enough? Okay, let's just do the deal, right? And then when it's time to review the what do you call it, the contract and stuff, and we'll put EMD in place. We'll do all the lawyer talk stuff. I'm just letting you know I'm straightforward, a little bit more straightforward than the lawyer stuff. Okay.
I understand that. And
Okay.
again, the contract, my lawyer will have to look at it.
That's fine. That's fine with me.
Yeah.
Just as soon as you can, just get it out to me. I'm going to send you a DocuSign. You can print it out if that's what you prefer, or you can put it out as a PDF and send it to your lawyer. Or once you're ready,
I'll give you my email. I'll give you my email. You can send it to him.
yeah. What is it?
It's gonna be PR White.
His email or yours?
My email.
Okay. What is it?
PR White.
PR.
P is in Paul.
Okay. All right, sorry about that. Hi William, this is Ola. I'm calling about the property you have on Oak Avenue in Tenafly. I'm interested in that property. I've been trying to follow up with you. You expressed interest in selling. I would like to give you the offer. Talk to me. My phone number is 732-309-3834. Thank you. Bye now. All right. So I don't know if you missed out on everything I said before now. If you did, I'm so sorry you missed out on that. He's a greedy guy who wants some money on a. He wants to make $300,000 from a property he purchased at 230. Okay, that's what the record. He's claiming that he committed fraud by recording a different number, but and then in the same breath, he's talking to me about lawyers. Whatever. Okay. Bottom line is that there is a potential you can sell that property, a brand new property in there for $1.1 million. But there's a potential. There's only one house that sold over 1.1. I'm going to send him a contract for 550 that will serve as an option for 7 days, whatever that is, and see if somebody's willing to buy it. So uh, he doesn't have to sell basically, but I'm going to send him a contract anyway. If he signs it, we'll take it from there. If he doesn't, it means nothing to me. It's just one out of 300,000 people I'm talking to. So we got to keep it moving. I did say a lot, but you probably missed out on that. And sorry, but that's the gist. Okay. So let's see here. Let's go on to wait. Let me go back and notify that this one left a voicemail. Left a voicemail. I'm also gonna leave a text message and then dropping off my radar. Let me just send him a voice. I have a text message that I put already on my notes that I used to make the offer. All right, so yeah, so I'm actually gonna send this because I can't get him on the line. I'm gonna send him an offer right now in a text message. Just in case I'm gonna read this to you right now so you can see what it says. And I literally just give him 50% of what the property is worth by way of my tool based on whatever number. I'm not going to do like a deep dive analysis. I'm just going to go with the first number that comes. 614 is showing up as the value of that property. So I'm going to give him an offer at about 275. Okay, and you never know. It's an iPhone number too. 74. So it says, "Hi, you spoke to my assistant about your property at the 123 Main Street." I know I have the right number because my assistant already spoke to them, right? And my offer is $273,000, all cash. Would you accept an offer of $273,000 all cash? We will close in 7 to 10 days after clear title and even pay all closing costs. No agent commissions. Let me know. All right. So I'm putting an offer out right like that. All right. And then we keep it moving. Now I drop him off the radar. That'll be the third follow up. But that's the beauty of text messages. Okay. So sent an offer of left one text message offer 273. So he will come back and say no or something, or it will trigger something. Or he may be like, oh wow, I could get 273. He may simply not know what the property is worth right now. So let's go to the next person here. All right. So this is last time I'm calling these people. This is the 7 acre people in Warren, New Jersey. All right. Let's see. Might let's try it one more time. One more follow up. Oh, actually, it's a second follow up. Sorry. To be demolished, 7 acre.
Please leave your message for 9083.
All right, no answer. and we're gonna set up a third follow-up. A few more people to call. Let's try this line right here. This is auto hours to call, by the way. Saturday evening, people like to spend time with their family, things like that. But I don't prejudge time either. I was just open to call right now. All right, so this person, no answer. We'll try again on Monday. So it really doesn't matter that I'm calling right now. It's just another follow-up call. Let's try this person. Manville, New Jersey. All right.
I'm sorry, the person you are trying to reach has a voicemail box that is not.
All right, no answer on that one again. Let me try the other lines.
Hi, you reached Eric. Please leave a message after the beep.
All right. Let's try this other line. That name says Eric. Looks like it's
Your
wrong
call
number.
has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system.
Another voicemail. No luck. No luck there. I offer him $200,000, and he says you're out of luck, buddy. No, you're out of luck. I'm calling 3,000 people. Oh, let's see here. All right, that's a fax line. Looks very hard. I deleted it off. So no answer here again. We'll follow up. Third follow up on Monday. All right. Change that to Monday. All right. This is the last line I'm calling. Oh my God, this guy. I sent him contract by fax. He has not signed my contract. Oh my God. Let's try. Let's see what he says this time around. Two houses.
This is Chester Just.
All right.
Please leave your name and
Let's see here. Uh, I don't know. This is one of those deals that or leads you have to keep following up with.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system.
So voicemail. All right, let's try this one last line.
Hi, I can't answer the phone right.
All right, so we're gonna have to just follow up with him on Monday. All right, so let's see. I think we're caught up here. Caught up a little bit here. So I got an option to send out 600. I got a contract to send out 600, 550, all this high end stuff. Just never know. You blast it to everybody. See who wants to pick it up. And what else? I need to find this guy, Richard Panko. All right. Anyway, that was that. That was that, guys. Good session, right? So hopefully you enjoy that session. Uh, what is this? I'll read it later. Hopefully you enjoy that session. Don't forget, if you're brand new here, smartrealestatewholesaling.com. Click like, make sure it lit if you enjoyed this session, if you learned some lessons. I think just me talking to people, I think it's, I would want to hear that when I got started. And I'm hoping that you enjoy it. If you do, please make sure you give me a thumbs up. Give the video a thumbs up, not me. That way, more people know that it's valuable, right? And don't forget to share this video. Click subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, and click the bell right next to it to make sure you're notified every time I go online or every time I upload a brand new video. This is probably the last live session I will do for a minute, okay? But as much as I can come back here, I will come back. In the meanwhile, I have over 600 videos on this channel that you can use to leverage yourself up and build your real estate wholesaling or real estate investing business on steroids. Hopefully, you've been enlightened and educated. I'll see you on the next one, and peace.